right, now we are on to part 3 of the atomic theory, classification of matter. Now again, you might be sitting there thinking, well, I can't really see this so well, but no, you can look up the classification of matter chart any day of the week online. It's going to be in any textbook. My point here is to guide you through this a little bit so that if you wanted to watch this video with this diagram right in front of you, you could. Now, I'm going to do this very quickly because you see some of these categories are actually going to end up in when we get into the grade 10 material, we're really going to hash this out. So, it always starts with matter. All matter we have in the universe can be broken down into 2 things. Pure substances versus mixtures. So a pure substance is a pure substance. It's made of one type of particle. Whereas a mixture, well, heck, that's made of many different things put together to make an object, to make something that exists. Now, let's look at the pure substance side. I don't want to get too much into this because this is going to be some of the bread and butter of grade 10 science here, of chemistry. We have elements and we have compounds. Now, elements are is a single, well, it's going to be an atom. Let's say you had a pure piece of gold, completely pure substance. If you had that chunk of gold, you know that everything in there is a gold atom. On the other hand, you have compounds. Well, we'll get into this, but let's just say you had a glass of pure water, and everything in there is water. Well, you know that every particle in there is H2O, water. On the other hand, if we go down the other side, we have mixtures. We have 2 different types of mixtures. Homogeneous mixtures. Now that's a mixture where everything looks the same. You can't tell the differences. For example, salt water. You take water, you mix in the salt, and you look at it. It just looks like water. You can't see the salt particles in there. So you have water particles, you have salt, but it looks like one. But we know that's a mixture. On the other hand, a heterogeneous mixture is when you can see the differences. They talk about pizza, whatever. The point is, think of it this way. If you took, let's say, a glass of water and dumped some pencil, when you sharpen your pencil, you drop the shavings in there. You look at it, you can physically see the mixture. There are different particles in there. So homogeneous is a mixture where you can't tell the difference. Heterogeneous is where you look at it and go, I can see different types of particles. Now, this is very brief, this is very general. I would expect if you want more clarification on this, you can Google this image and it will break down everything for you in much, much more detail.